Wine shuffled into the bathroom with a groggy sigh, dragging your feet like a grumpy kitten. Go to sleep, he chuckled from the sink, already brushing his teeth. You are practically sleepwalking. Wine mumbled, grabbing your toothbrush like it weighed 10 kilos. Can't, my mouth tastes like milk, drool, and broken dreams. He almost talked on his phone. You showed him a side glare. Don't laugh, I'm serious. I think I chewed air for dinner. He leaned down, spit out his toothpaste, and looked at you through the mirror, grinning. You chewed air, huh? I fed the baby, folded 3 baskets of laundry, answered 6 where is my socks text from you, and managed to shower with a baby monitor on the sink, you said, brushing in slow dramatic circles. I deserve at least a Michelin star. He stepped behind you, slid his arms around your waist, and rested his chin on your shoulder, watching your reflection. You kept brushing. What? You asked through a mouthful of foam. He smirked. Nothing, just admiring my hot, exhausted wife, foaming at the mouth like a rapid superhero. You bumped your elbow into his stomach with a grunt. Oof, hey, careful, Mama hug. You giggled, spitting into the sink. Shut up. But his arms tightened a little, just enough to press a sleepy kiss to your temple. You looked up at both of you in the mirror, his shirt wrinkled, your eyes puffy, your hair in a lacy bun. Still, somehow, the two of you looked like home. Look at us, you muttered, while I'm thriving. He deadpanned. You cracked up, bending over the sink. He caught your hips, chuckling against your back. What? You don't agree? I look like I fought a raccoon in a blackout, you muttered. And won, he added proudly. You turned around, toothbrush still in hand, arms crossing over your chest. You seriously still find me attractive like this? He tilted his head, suddenly softer. You know what's hot? What? He tucked a strand of hair behind your ear. The way you hold her when she's crying. The way you still whisper, it's okay, baby, even when you are the one barely holding it together. Your eyes welled. Stop. No, he gently said. You glow, sweetheart, not just pretty, powerful. I see it in your eyes when you rock her to sleep, when you wipe spit up with one hand and hold my dinner plate in the other. You swallowed the lump in your throat. You make this house feel safe. You make me feel safe. That's sexy. Wine blinked rapidly, trying not to ugly cry with toothpaste foam still at the corners of your mouth. You try to make me cry while I'm holding a toothbrush? He grinned. Might be my new kink. You laughed and smacked his chest, blushing like a teenager. He leaned in, thumb brushing your cheek. Come to bed? You mumbled, stepping into his arms fully now. He picked you up in bridal style like you didn't just push a whole baby out weeks ago, and you sequel, giggling against his chest. Babe, don't wake the dragon, he whispered, referring to your sleeping baby. You giggled harder, whispering back, she will hear us, she's got superpowers. He carried you into the bedroom, gently laying you down, pulling the covers up to your chin. And he tucked himself beside you, warm and strong and smelling like mint and comfort. As he wrapped you in his arms and kissed your forehead, he whispered, Tomorrow I have got the diapers, you just sleep in. You blinked at him. You serious? He nodded. My queen needs rest. Can't let her burn out before the weekend. You sighed happily, nuzzling into his chest. I love brushing my teeth with you. He chuckled into your hair. I love brushing life with you. The smell of butter and something slightly overcooked pulled you awake. You blinked, the sunlight snaking through the curtains, soft on your skin. The house was quiet, too quiet. You sat up, heart immediately racing until you heard it, a baby giggle. And then his voice, low, gentle, sleepy. Careful, sunshine, daddy's got you. No falling off the throne, okay? You tiptoed into the hallway, peeking into the kitchen, and there he was, wearing grey sweatpants and a crumpled black t-shirt, hair still messy from sleep, standing barefoot in front of the stove while your baby girl sequel in her high chair, clapping her tiny hands like she was doing magic. Look at this, baby, he whispered dramatically, flipping a very burnt pancake. I present to you Daddy's very fluffy dish of joy. She made a noise that was somewhere between a screech and a laugh. He turned toward her, gasping. You mock me? She giggled harder. You leaned against the wall, arms crossed, a sleepy smile tugging at your lips. He hadn't seen you yet. Don't tell Mummy. I burned the first three, okay? She will divorce me. Your baby babbled in response. Exactly, he said. Women are scary when they are hungry. You let out a soft laugh. He spun around. Oh, his eyes light up like Christmas morning. You are up? You patted in, yawning. You bribing her with pancake confessions? She's a great listener, terrible at keeping secrets though. You smiled, stepping behind the high chair and kissing your baby's head. Good morning, sunshine. She sequel and reached for your nose. Mummy's here, huh? He cooed. You want to tell her how mean Daddy was? Waking you up early just for pancakes? She's clearly on your side, you said, eyeing on her big gummy grin. She better be, he said, turning back to the stove. I did the funny voice and everything. You slipped onto a stool, still wearing his oversized shirt, watching him. He poured a new batch of batter and sighed contentedly. Hey, he murmured after a beat, you feeling okay today? You puffed, then nodded. Better. He turned, leaning on the counter, his face softer now. You scared me yesterday, when you fainted. Your throat tightened. I know, you whispered. He crossed the kitchen in 2 strides, cupped your face in his hands. You don't have to be everything all the time, he said gently. You are already everything to us. You leaned into his palms, I misty. It just got a lot. I didn't realize how tired I was. He kissed your forehead. That's why I'm here. Not just to love you on the good days, but to carry you when your knees give out. The baby shrank behind you. You both turned. She had pancake on her face and was furiously trying to shove another piece in her mouth. You laughed through your tears. He chuckled. Our little foot monster. She gets it from you. He grabbed a clean plate, scooped a fresh pancake onto it and brought it to you. Here, try this one. It's edible, I swear. You took a bite, your eyes widened. This is actually good. He beamed like he just won MasterChef. Told you, fluffy disc of joy. He turned back to the high chair, scooping your daughter into his arms. She squealed, clinging to his shirt. Now, this is what I call a morning, he mumbled, nuzzling her. You watched as he bounced her gently, whispering little rhymes into her ear while she babbled. Your whole heart melted. God, you whispered, you are such a good dad. He looked up, and you, he said, stepping closer, are the reason I haven't become one. He gently placed the baby in your lap. She immediately grabbed your hair and kissed your cheek with a drool-covered mouth. You burst out laughing. That's my reward, huh? The highest honor. He smirked, kneeling in front of you. Now let me clean that up. He wiped your cheek with his soft cloth, then leaned in and kissed it. Breakfast for two beautiful queens, he said softly, my whole world at one table. Later, you were folding laundry on the bed when you heard it, a splash. Then silence. Then, no, oh my god, you little gremlin. You froze mid-fold, then grinned. Another splash followed, and a baby's delight struck. You tiptoed to the bathroom doorway and peeked in, and instantly melted. He was crouched beside the tub, shirtless, soaked from chest to jeans, hair flopping over his forehead, laughing helplessly as your daughter kicked wildly in the water, sending little waves everywhere. Oh, now you're proud of yourself? He asked, mock offended. You think mummy's gonna save me? The baby smacked her wet hands against the surface of the water and squealed. You leaned against the door frame, arms crossed. Do I even want to know what just happened? He looked up at you with a sheepish grin. She betrayed me. She is 8 months old. She is 8 months evil. You laughed and stepped in, kneeling beside him. What did you do to deserve this? I just said let's splash gently. She took that personally. She's testing her powers, you said seriously. You are the training dummy. I was the dry mummy. He muttered, wringing out his shirt. Now I'm just a soggy victim. You both looked down at her. She beamed, wiggled, then splashed again directly at you. Oh, you gasped. Okay, no one's safe. See, this is what I have been dealing with. He gently poured water down her back. Humming softly, she relaxed, leaning forward to rest her arms on the edge of the tub. Hey, you said, watching him, you are really good at this. He glanced at you, smiled, tugging at the corner of his mouth. At getting soaked? At being a dad? He paused, then turned the tap off, giving the water a final stir. I didn't know I could be, he said softly, but then I held her, and suddenly I just wanted to learn everything. Your heart clenched. You reached out, brushing his damp hair from his face. You are doing so well. His eyes shimmered for a second, then he turned back to your daughter. All right, princess, let's get you out before you turn into a raisin. He reached into the tub, lifting her up against his chest, water dripping everywhere. She clung to his shoulder, babbling happily. You brought the towel over, wrapping it around her as he held her close. She's obsessed with you, you whispered. She's got good taste. He whispered back. You smiled. She also peed on you 2 days ago. True love has no boundaries. You both laughed and he gently laid the baby on the towel, drying her hair while humming the lullaby you always sang. I will get her diaper and lotion, you said, standing. I will keep her warm, he said softly, blowing on her belly and making her giggle. You pushed at the door, watching him rub her little legs dry, talking to her like she was the most magical thing in the world. And maybe she was, but so was he. Your eyes burned suddenly, and you blinked quickly. Because nothing prepared you for how beautiful it would be to see the man you love become the father of your child. And nothing prepared your heart for now, he whispered, when he thought you were gone. My little sunshine. Mummy's gonna cry when she sees this towel burrito, huh? You did so good, but she's the real hero. You smiled through the tears. God, how did I ever get so lucky? The power went out just after sunset. You were in the kitchen, holding your daughter against your chest in the sling, slowly swaying side to side while she slept. When the lights blinked once, then darkness. A low grunt came from the living room. Honey, he called out, are we finally off the grid? Seems like it, you said, pressing a kiss to your daughter's soft forehead. The rain was steady outside, not wild, not dangerous, just enough to create a peaceful rhythm on the windows. A moment later, you heard him strike a match. By the time you walked out with the baby still nestled close, he had already placed 3 candles on the coffee table. The warm golden flicker made the whole room feel like a dream. He looked up and softened immediately. There you are, my moonlight girls. You smiled. She's out cold. He reached for the baby monitor and turned it off. No use tonight, guess the batteries are dead. She's not leaving my chest anyway. He reached out and pulled you gently toward the couch. Then, neither am I. You sat down adjusting the sling and he sat beside you, one arm around your shoulders, the other softly brushing the baby's hair. You leaned into him. It's kinda nice like this, quiet. No beeping, no screens, no distractions. He whispered, pressing a kiss to your temple. Just us. The rain picked up slightly, tapping faster against the glass. Somewhere down in the hallway, something creaked softly. And yet it felt like the safest place in the world. You shifted the baby gently, letting her tiny hand curl around one of your fingers. She's getting so big already. I was just thinking that, he said quietly, staring down at her. Last week, her onesies didn't even fit her shoulders. Now she's trying to roll over and start fights. You let out a tired, happy laugh. She get that from you. The sweetness is all you. You turned to look at him. The candlelight danced across his face, softening the ankles, making him look both strong and heartbreakingly gentle. His eyes stayed fixed on the tiny little girl between you, like he was still trying to believe she was real. I don't say it enough, he said suddenly, voice low, but you amazed me. Your brows furrowed gently. Why? He finally met your gaze. Because you went through hell to bring her here. You ache and stretch and barely sleep, and still you are the softest, safest place she's ever known. You swallowed thickly. I see how he clings to you when she's scared, how your voice makes her stop crying, how you never ever let her down. He buzzed, voice breaking. You are incredible. Your lips tremble. You turn your head slightly, resting your cheek against his shoulder. I'm tired, you admitted. Some days I feel like I'm failing. He cupped your cheek with one hand and turned your face toward him. Hey, he whispered. If she could talk, she would say you are her entire world. You blinked fast. You think? I know. The rain is outside now, a soft patter. The baby shifted gently in her sleep, sighing in contentment. You both went quiet for a long time, just staring at her tiny chest rising and falling in time with your own. Then, I love you, he murmured. You smiled. I know. No, he said more firmly, brushing your hair back. I need you to really know. You are not just the mother of my child, you are still you, the girl I fell in love with, the woman I would choose over and over, even if the world forgot the lights. You turned fully to him now, letting your forehead rest against his. I love you too, you whispered, and even if I'm tired and messy and stretched thin, I'm still your girl. He kissed you softly then, warm and slow, his thumbs stroking your jaw like you were the most fragile, sacred thing he had ever beheld. And for a few stolen moments, the whole world felt like the candlelight and rain and love.